Hi, I'm your host, Susan Sage, and this is Designing with Casual Elegance. Hi, I am going to begin today's show by saying thank you to everyone who came out in support of Bella Vista and our nation's birthday to the Independence Day Parade. It has been going on for 20 years. This year was the biggest ever. It was a lot of fun, a lot of great people out there, and we enjoy participating in it. So anyway, thank you. And now we're going to do a little update on the bedroom. So I've got the drapery fabric here, and you can see I've got the draperies up behind me. They will go back to the bedroom. They're not staying here. And I think I've selected a wall color, but not 100% sure. But in the meantime, I have done wall prep. And number one, remove your switch plate covers and outlet covers. You want to make sure you don't get paint on all of those. I mean, unless you want to paint them, but remove them, do it right. And maybe you'll replace them with decorative switch plates. The second thing, you always want to tape off any trim. All of your baseboards, around your doors, your windows. And third, fill your holes. I've taken down all of the artwork, I've set it aside, and then went around with spackle, started filling holes, and then you need to let them sit for, I like to go 24 hours and see if they need refilling. At which time, if they do, do it again, give it a couple hours. Then you can go back and sand. And the one thing you do not want to neglect to do is to prime those spots. If you don't prime them, they actually will show through your paint. And you'll have this little bit different color texture wherever you have filled holes and didn't properly prime them. So that's where we are in the bedroom. Oh, the exciting news. The new bed is finally coming on Monday. They're going to take the old one that has missing parts, and hopefully we'll be able to actually put it together and sleep on our real bed. So anyway, that's the update, and today we're talking about fall. I know for everybody this is early, but I'm going to explain to you why. This year, our stores are not going to have the inventory that they've had in years past. There's been a lot going on, and it's all going to be good, but you better start early because even Hobby Lobby with their decorative items, now they're going to have plenty of pumpkins, florals, baskets, I mean, all of that type of thing. But when it comes to the pillows and the throws and all of the extra decorative items to really cozy up your home, there's not going to be a whole lot. So you definitely want to start early, at least thinking about purchasing those items, and then either get out there and start purchasing, or pull out what you have, get it organized, and decide if you want to update some things or if you're just going to buy some new things and donate what you have, or who knows, use it somehow, some way. So the first thing I'm going to talk about a little bit, and I'll get into it more later, is fall color. We are going through a huge color change in fall. All of these beautiful creams, and I know there are people who love them, and the color is definitely appropriate in many homes, especially if you're farmhouse. But even in farmhouse designs, I've been seeing cream containers, and they might have it might be a pumpkin shape, but they've added some deeper color leaves in to these containers just to give them some of the colors that we're going to be seeing now. And it started a little bit last year, we're getting into it a lot more this year. So we have these deep, beautiful, kind of, oh, I'm not sure what to call this. It's a goldy brown color. And of course we have beautiful greens. And I know there's some rust in here somewhere. We can't leave that out. And what I'm going to do with all these is just stick them down into our English garden bucket. It's a wonderful antique that I got years ago in Phoenix. And I love all the texture of the foliage against the smooth of the garden bucket. I'd love to know how they use this because there's no pockets or anything on it. So I'm not sure what they were thinking. Eucalyptus, always, always good. And it does come in beautiful red tones as well as the traditional green. This is fun to just tuck in a corner somewhere. Just a little subtle flavor of fall. I'd rather do this for a larger area than have an actual arranged floral. I really like the natural, just kind of free form. So, and continuing with florals. In our first floral, what I have done, these are florals I've had for a long time. And I took a knife and I cut around the edges of this container, and there was lots of glue holding the foam in, but I was able to release it so that I could spray the container and give it that updated cream or kind of white. It's actually chalk paint, and you know, from the bronze that it was, and that you would have seen in the picture. And then what I did, there's this great pumpkin. This was greens. You can, greens with yellows, and I painted it, and I thought, okay, I want to repeat these cream colors that I have in the container. So we're going to give this a little bit different look. Pumpkin, going to get that stick in there. Stick it down in there and hope it stays. I did not bring my glue gun. And let's add a nice little, here we go, hydrangea. We're going to add another little piece of cream color. You can see how we're changing from the gold. And let's see if I've got one more. No. And then, of course, our cream colored pumpkin on the other side. So a little bit fresher look than what it was. I've had this, oh gosh, I have everything for years and years and years. And this happens to be one of them. And I just thought it's time to freshen it up. The other thing that I could do, and I've thought about doing with the pumpkin, is taking some gel stain and a brush or a rag and just kind of wiping it over the pumpkin to give it a little bit more depth, and just let it dry. You don't need to seal it. just to give it a little bit of warmth, but I kind of like the way that it turned out. So we're going to get rid of our green, and we'll put our fresh look up here. It's something that you can do very easily, and I normally don't do craft stuff, but sometimes it's kind of fun. Now, I have a couple other floral arrangements here. And this is funny. This floral arrangement, oops, not ready for that. Actually, these last two, I got at Goodwill over the weekend for $3 a piece. And I thought, well, shoot, I can do whatever I want with them. So here again, this was a bronze container, and the easiest way to paint containers when they're full, if you can't lift out the floral, is to take those grocery bags that you stack together and then take to Walmart or Harps to recycle, cover it up, tuck it in, and then go to town and start spraying. So that's what I did here. And here again, I'm going to add a little cream. And right now, Hobby Lobby does have fall florals at a discount. Not very much, but it's a discount. And what I like about this particular floral is it is a wire, but it has this, it's rubber tube that it's actually in, which I thought was interesting. And I'm gonna cut through so I can expose the wire to make sure that it goes down into the foam easily. This is really full. Ah, there we go. And then I'm gonna take this from this guy. I'm missing one. Stick that down in there. Maybe. Ah, there we go. So anyway, again, just a little bit of a fresh look for fall. If you really like those lighter colors, but still want to incorporate the deep, rich fall colors that happen every year, but now you're actually seeing them more in home decor. Not as much of the lighter and brighter colors. And the other thing I'm going to say about the florals, the hydrangeas is a very light color hydrangea, but what happens for fall is the leaves go from a bright green to more of a brown tone. And I mean, just like happens in nature, as colors start changing, the same thing. So, and again, with instead of your bright evergreen colors, you get a little bit more of a gold undertone in all of your foliage. So, just some ideas. And this last one, again, I got at Goodwill for $3, and it also had a bronze container. So again, I took my plastic bag and wrapped it around, tucked it in, got out my spray paint, and sprayed the container. So just by having little touches of a lighter color, I think it helps balance our deep, rich colors for fall. And, you know, just kind of spreading them out around the house, I think looks really great. Like I said, instead of brown on brown on brown. So we are going to take a little break. When we come back, we are going to get into fall fabrics and color. So we'll see you in a minute.
Experience the Macadoodle's difference. Shop leisurely in our friendly and spacious store 7 days a week. Browse our wine cellar. We offer the top labels and hot new wines. Wide aisles, hardwood floors, and easy-to-find, well-lit displays make shopping enjoyable. Customers are our #1 priority. If you can't find something, our courteous staff will assist you, and we'll even help you to your car with your purchase. World-class customer service. Largest and best selection in the area. Low prices. Experience the Macadoodle's difference today.
Welcome back. Okay, we are talking fall, and like I said earlier, I know everybody's going to think it's too early, but you are going to be up against inventory levels that are lower than what we've seen in the last few years. So that is why I decided to talk about fall in July, even though everybody else has Christmas in July and all these other things. So the other important things I find when we go into fall color, texture, and what a lot of people don't think about is fragrance. I love when the fall potpourris come out and you have that peppercorn and that autumn cherry, cinnamon cider. They all smell so good and just creates a warmth when you walk into a room, and you just get that little hint of fragrance. So I'm going to start with fabrics and texture. I think we think about texture more in fall than any other time of year. So what I did is I went out and I found some fabrics and put a couple different color schemes together that you might consider. And you're not going to redo your home room. I know that. We don't go out and buy all new furniture every season. We don't buy all new furniture every year or every 10 years. So anyway, what I found is this lovely boucle in this warm, I'm going to say it's a light honey color. And this great little plaid. So here you've got a lot of texture in the boucle, and yet just as plain, 100% wool, flat, but great color. And I'm going to take this a couple different directions. Number one, and you may not see this a whole lot, is with plum. Not too many people. I have one client in 25 years who has her house in plum, and it will stay in plum. She absolutely loves it. We just updated it the last couple years. And then we could throw in a little smooth texture with our leather. You could also go another direction, take out your plum, and just do all warm tones. We've got another brown that has a lot of texture. Probably just a little deep, so I probably wouldn't do that. But I do have a fabulous berry color, and this has a little texture. It appears more textural than what it actually is. And again, I just like that touch of leather, especially for fall and winter. And of course, men in their men caves love leather. So that is one thought. And staying with a little bit more traditional, I have this beautiful green. And again, this is a wool. It is a wool blend, but just a nice, flat, smooth. And again, the same plaid, but in a different colorway. So you can see how that changes. Instead of the berry color, you're getting more russet, orange tones in the greens, and still brown. So let's bring in a little bit of the russet. And here we could go, well, here your brown's going to work with this beautifully. And leather-wise, we can go a couple different directions. Got the fabulous brown leather. or I absolutely love this green. You know, we've got two greens here, but that's okay. If you wanted to take out this green, do your brown, your plaid, and your russet. Definitely very fall for that person who likes a lot of warmth and deep, rich colors in their home. These are both great directions to go. So we're going to talk a little bit more about fabric, and the next thing I'm going to do, when talking about texture, and you think about fall, who doesn't love a big fisherman knit sweater? Keep you warm. That's all the texture that a person needs. Velvet, beautiful, smooth. And we're going to change out our pillow and give it a little bit of fall. And this pillow cover does have a zipper. I could take it off, but this will fit right in here. And this is a very easy change to make. And you can see I'm working with a cream-colored chair. I'm still going to put deep, rich colors with it. And I got trash all over. We've got some more texture. Again, beautiful, deep colors, nice and rich. I would call this almost a tobacco color. And again, lots of nice texture. It says fall all over it. And again, I don't think these have zippers. Of course, if you have custom, and there are some places you can find pillow covers with zippers so that you can make easy seasonal changes with your pillows, you know, a lot of things that you might want to change out. Well, you have to have a throw. And like I said, colors are changing, and this is where we're going. The beautiful berry colors, the nice orange, and it's kind of a, I'm going to call it dirty cream color, but I love this. This is more of a teal, which I think is great. And there is even a little bit of purple mixed in this plaid. And there you go. Nice, cozy, comfortable. Can turn that a little bit so you can see a little bit better. Who wouldn't want to sit down in this chair and cozy up with a good book and a cup of hot tea or hot cocoa? Would be so great. Just need a little ottoman, put your feet up, and you're good to go. So, one more here. And this is a smooth texture, but again, all the colors. The olive green, the berry, it's kind of a yellow. It's a different yellow. You know, it's not your bright sunshine yellow. And I think this is great if you're throwing a party, get it on the table, be wonderful. So just some ideas. Fragrance, that was the other thing I was going to talk about, and I will move on to that and bring over my fragrance items. I am a person that does love to change potpourri seasonally. Fall, Christmas, spring. It just makes the house feel fresh. So this is a diffuser, and these are all Aromatique. I have a friend who is a sales rep for Aromatique, and this is pumpkin spice diffuser. And their packaging is so wonderful. And I don't know if you know this or not, but whenever you open a new potpourri and you're going to put it in a container, cut it from the bottom and let it drop into the container. That way, all of these fabulous flowers, berries, pine cones will be mixed throughout, but we'll have a lot of them on top where they need to be. Beautiful candles, again, showing the color for this season. And again, cinnamon cider. Packaging, beautiful. You've got a room spray, you've got a candle, and a little potpourri. So fill your house with fragrance for fall, fill it with texture and deep, rich colors, and enjoy the season. So I hope that you enjoy this. And remember, we are a nonprofit. So if you did like it, please subscribe and like, and come back next month when we'll talk about something new. Bye.